boxing. Finding out a...
Expectations are sky high for this fight. High hopes for this battle between these two athletes. Beautiful counter shot. Beautiful counter punch. Good defense there with that left hook. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
Can you imagine walking into this town, walking into an arena with such nice people chanting your name? You can't even hear your cornerman whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Off the charts action from both of these fighters. Let this one go to the judges. Nice counter shot. Nice counter shot. Let's talk about David Benavidez that last round. He is down big time on the stage. Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Puncher, you want to bait them in to throw first. Make them take. The Prince of Wales is down. I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Oh, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up on the stool again? That was a shot.
Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
Not the best start, Bob. You know what? The cornerman now is down for them doing their job. Get through the round, regroup, like freshen up, boom. Different tactics.
Swing and a miss with that uppercut. Threw the uppercut, but did not score. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. Calzaghe in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath.
And there's the bell for round 3. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. double time for David Benavidez. Disaster averted.
Defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Only catching air with that hook. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Good looking right hook, but that was blocked. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about David Benavidez in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to...
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? The Mexican Monster's in trouble. How is this fight still continuing?
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
I think it's safe to pull her right there. David Benavidez might be ready to go. They've avoided catastrophe there.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to his corner? How are they going to get through this?
Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Beautiful counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Nice defense on that hook. Nice counter shot. Did well to block that right hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Benavidez that last round.
Switch on.
That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
You know, I've been...
Back into the fray here in round 5. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp.
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? And the Mexican Monster. And in this replay, you can see it. That body punch folded him like a lawn chair.
Even I've got to...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Well, they're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they, Johnny?
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels. Look at there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one. Then he's out of there.
We're at the halfway point, and there's no doubt who's won this round so far.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
we both know who the bigger... Oh, right there! David Benavidez might be ready to go. Down goes Benavidez. Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
Shot from the gods, they say.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You still want to fight?
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood.
Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Let's talk about David Benavidez that last round. Well, if this trainer has a pep talk, now's the time to use it, as they were dropped twice in the last round.
They believe their fighter has it in the tank.
Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. Stay focused. Come on, switch on.
Here we go in the 6th round. Let's see if they can shake off the cobwebs after a disastrous last round.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come to me.
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
That is a show of character. When you're put down your eagles here, your cheeks.
Oh my God, Johnny! Oh, and Joe Calzaghe just took a heavy shot. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
Perfect game plan. The thing is...
And David Benavidez is on the canvas. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
You're right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Listen to me. Are you okay?
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
Got to look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move.
Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Let's talk about David Benavidez in that last round.
There's always a way.
Here comes round 7. And there's the bell to start the round. They ring the bell, and here we go. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are you okay?
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
The corner needs to think nice and sharp. They know they fight. They know.
I got to stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. And it's survival time for David Benavidez. Just one punch away from getting the momentum back.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
It's a good start to the round for this guy.
The corners must be so...
Oh my goodness, Johnny! The Mexican monster's in trouble. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
They stopped the hook there. It's all offense all the time. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Let's talk about Benavidez that last round. A lot of work needs to be done. Round 8, and we're off again. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
That hook. Hold it right there! And the Mexican monster might be ready to finally go down. And David Benavidez is on the canvas. One punch did the trick. Let's see it again in slow motion.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
That will do it. They want no more. And that will do it. This fight is over. They have given up.